Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to understand what if analysis in Excel using data table, especially from a data analyst perspective. If you already know how to calculate revenue, this video will show you how to answer questions like what happens if we change the price, what happens if price and users both change. So we will do this without writing multiple formulas. So let's get started. First, let's define a simple but a very realistic scenario. Imagine a SaaS-based company that sells a monthly subscription, and the business has two main assumptions. Firstly, we have monthly subscription price per user, then we have number of active users. So from these two numbers, we will definitely calculate the total revenue that we are getting each month. And this is what I've done over here. Firstly, I've set the monthly subscription price of $20, and then we have 5,000 active users. And in order to calculate the revenue, we will do just a multiplication. So this would give us $100,000 dollar of monthly revenue, right? So let me also tell you a little bit about this. What if analysis only works when you already have a working model? This is important because in what if analysis, we will be answering some of the questions like what happen if this thing change or that thing change. So for this, you actually need to refer to that model or formula that you have built. This is why it's important. I will show you in a second how it's important. So let's quickly go to example one with a one variable data table. So in one variable, I will be only changing the one value. Okay. So here we have two input values, monthly subscription price and then the number of active users. So let's pick up the subscription price and see. And let's say if our boss asks, uh, right now we have set the subscription price of $20, but we really want to increase our revenue. So uh, let's say if we set the subscription price of $25, what would the revenue look like, right? So we want to show a little bit of comparison and idea of what will the total revenue look like in certain subscription prices. So this is what we will do here with the help of what if analysis data table in Excel without using any formulas. So here I've written the ranges of prices that I want to look into and calculate the total revenue. And right above it in next column, what I would do is I would just refer to the formula that I've written over here. So this is actually the working model, or you can say the formula that what if data table would look into. So I've actually referred that, or we can even simply write the formula here. It's all the same thing. Next, I would definitely select all these cells, and then I will go to data tab, and then what if analysis, and then I will go to data table. And here we have two options: row input cell, column input cell. What does this mean? So for example, we have referred to the formula, our working model, and our working model, what we need to do is we are actually looking into values by column, right? So all the values in column. We are not looking it by rows. So this is why we will not use row input cells there. We would only use column input cells there. Now, the second thing is within formula that we have referred, what value we want to change. Excel would like to know that as well. So in column, this is what I have prices, but in the model or in the formula, I want Excel to recognize this is what I'm looking for, and it's price. So here we actually want to look at the revenue by changing the price. So this is why I've actually written that in a column input cell so that it looks into different values of column. And now when I hit enter, it will show me the revenue in each subscription prices. So for the $20, the revenue is same as it's written over here. And if we change the subscription price to $25, our revenue becomes $125,000. Okay, so yeah, that's it to check the revenue by changing the subscription price, or in short, by one variable data table changes. So let's say we want to look at the values by changing the two values. So let's reframing the business logic. In reality, higher prices may reduce the number of users and lower prices may increase the number of users. So the question becomes, what if price and number of users both change? Okay, so yeah, this is what I've assumed so far. And here I've actually written the prices, and here I've actually written the active users. We have 3,000 users, 4,000 users, 5,000 users, and we really want to look at its impact on our revenue. So here, as you can observe, we are changing two values here, and we want to perform the same analysis using what if data table. So for this, I would just refer to this model over here so that it can look into it and make decisions. Next, I would select all these cells. I will again go to data tab and then what if analysis. Here, I would go to data table, and then here for the row input cells, this is all the row input cells. And in the model, I want to tell the Excel this is what that we want to change, and it's actually referring over here so that it can change that value according to this in its formula, right? And for the column ones, I would be looking into this one, right? And now let's say when I'll hit enter, and this is what the price will look like. So for example, for the $20 and the 5,000 uh, active users, our revenue would be 100,000. And for the other subscription price ranges and then the number of users, this is what our revenue will look like. Okay. So in real companies, this is exactly how analysts work. Excel is where assumptions are tested, scenarios are explored, and then these numbers usually move into Power BI for visualization and storytelling. So this ties perfectly. And next, I will make videos on goal seek and scenario managers, how we can utilize that in what if analysis. So turn on for that, and thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.